You said you wanted to talk about the video, when I talk about forgiving and forgetting, how we put
Yeah.
that, the person in the light.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm saying that is because, I mean, obviously the core part of all of this is what you said in the video with the light, and that's, all of the healing part of it. But what, for me personally, which I really loved, was you talking about that, because it kind of felt like it sort of put closure to it and kind of released it,
Mhm.
was part about the bubble. So I just wanted you to sort of talk a little bit more about the whole process, but also correlating that.
No, so everything has to do with the light.
Yeah.
Everything has to do with the light, because when you do the light, you open up your eyes more, and everything, obviously your frequency gets higher, and when your frequency is higher, you get to higher realms. So you get your well, I call it, when I told you a couple of times that I call it my Wi-Fi. When I can see better and channel better, my Wi-Fi has full signal today. I keep saying that, like, when that happens to me, it's because my frequency is high. And how do I get it? Is with the light. You cover yourself with light. When you cover yourself in light, and you cover that person, also it happens the same thing. You are helping that person. So you cover that person, you cover yourself. So when with the light, so when you do that, you release, all that negativity, you release all that thing pushing you down. And when you release, you expand. And when you expand, you transcend. And that's the most important thing. You transcend, you get to this higher level where you can see from above, from their perspective, from a divine perspective. Almost, we are not there yet because we are humans, but it gets so close to it. So on a spiritual level, transcending aligns you with your higher self. So you vibrate at a frequency of this pure love, compassion, and peace. It gives you peace, and you give the other person peace. And when you because this other person is also in the bubble of light, right? So this peace and all that, so which creates harmony within your being and your external reality,
Mhm.
because you create your reality based on what you feel and based on your frequency and the beliefs, right? So this shift also, so ripples outside, affecting others energetically and raising the collective vibration. So it's not just you. So you have an effect with the other ones, and especially this person that you have issues with, that you put that person in the bubble of light. So in transcending, you reclaim your power. That's what we were talking about. So that's what you do. You are no longer tied. This is important. You are no longer tied to the patterns of the past, or those lower vibrations of fear, anger, judgment. That happens with all these issues when you have with the other person. And those are the feelings, fear, anger, judgment. So instead, you step into your truth as an expansive, multidimensional being that you are. We are multidimensional beings. So you are free to create a life aligned with your soul's highest purpose. So Narayan, actually, he says that transcendence is not the end of the journey, but a gateway, gateway. How do you say gateway, right? Gateway to infinite possibilities. As you transcend one layer of illusion, new levels of awareness unfold, inviting you to explore, expand, and yeah, you expand and you co-create with the universe in ways beyond your imagination. So That's what happens, and everything is with the light. So, oh, actually, I have a message. Can I read it? Let me look for
Oh,
it.
please.
You know, when I channel that, I write down what they say.
Yes.
Forgiveness is the greatest gift you can offer yourself. It is an act of love, first for yourself and then for all others. When you forgive, you allow the divine light within you to dissolve the heaviness that weighs down your heart. Forgiveness is not about condoning harm, but about reclaiming the sacred space within you that has been occupied by pain, resentment, or judgment. Begin with compassion. See others not by their actions, but as souls navigating their own paths, often carrying wounds they do not understand. When others cause harm, it is often because they are disconnected from the love within themselves. Recognizing this does not excuse their behavior, but it allows you to view them through the lens of divine understanding. Forgiving doesn't mean you must forget, as your memories hold wisdom. Instead, release the emotional charge those memories carry. Remember what you've learned, but let go of the suffering. Forgiveness is an alchemy of the heart, transforming the shadows of the past into the gold of understanding. Moving on does not mean abandoning what has shaped you. It means releasing what no longer serves your highest good. It is a sacred act of self-love to step away from relationships or situations that perpetuate harm or keep you bound to the past. When you struggle to forgive, call upon the divine presence within your heart and envision the sacred flame of love, a golden and pink light flowing through you, surrounding the person or situation that has caused you pain. Speak these words: I release you into love and myself into freedom. May we both walk our paths in peace and grace.
It says that. It's I read it very often.
That is so beautiful. Talk about like,
Yeah.
it's got the whole package of everything in there, right? I mean, it's talking about all of it. It's about releasing like all of the emotions, or releasing the actions, the forgiveness, the love, allowing that other person to go through their growth cycle. And yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So Mary Magdalene, what she does, she reminds us that moving on is not an act of forgetting, the person or the lessons, but honoring our soul's growth, and that soul's growth too, because they are going through their own path, right? Their own experiences. So each encounter, no matter how painful, has a purpose. It mirrors aspect of yourself, offering the chance, chance to heal, integrate, and expand. Um, that that's what it is. And when you transcend, you become the embodiment of love.
Yeah.
You rise above the illusions of the separation and judgment, and you see the divine in all things, including yourself.
Yeah.
Because you judge, you have a self-judgment all the time. We do that. So you remember that you are not here to be weighed down by the past, but to ascend into the fullness of your being. So in transcendence, you step into your role as a co-creator with the divine, because we are all co-creators. We just need to be aware of what to create. So you live from the heart, where truth, love, and peace resides. This is when you transcend, when you do the light, and you let yourself, to release the negative, and make space for this light, for this higher energy.
Yeah.
So transcendence brings a profound sense of inner peace. You are no longer tied to the stories of your past, because we tend to live in the past. You know, the past, yeah, obviously it doesn't exist, but everything happens at the same time, but we are talking in a linear time, so everyone can understand. So we tend to live in the past, like, oh yeah, because that happened to me when I was a kid, and that happened to me with my ex-husband, and you keep reminding yourself of all that negativity, and that you don't live the present, and you don't let yourself be yourself. You live in that negativity, so you are not transcending. Am I explaining?
Yeah, no,
So
completely. I
so yeah.
Well, no, I like that was really powerful, really powerful. And for me also, I ended up like with the whole purpose, you know, how we were talking about that, and then how, and the light, those two things really correlated to everything that just Mary Magdalene said for me personally. Like I'm able to like allow people to be who they are now. I don't do any judgment. I don't, you know, it's like have so much love and compassion for anybody who is just being, whoever comes into, you know, my existence. I've kind of just sort of shifted all of my energy because of what she said. It's all about putting it into action. You know, and like ever since I just started doing that in my meditation space, it's like it really works. It's not just words. It definitely brings you to a higher state for sure.
People, do the light thing. Do it.